Yeah, I was sitting here, sure. I was thinking about the comment I made just before I went away in there, and I had said to somebody, a wrestling fan during the week, hey, we got an interesting kind of a profile on a Rick Rude coming up, and they said, how could anything about Rick Rude be interesting? Well, I don't really go along with that. There are some obnoxious things about Rick, but what is going to be, according to some people, the match of the year is coming up when Rick Rude goes against Jerry the King Lawler. I want you to take a look and get a little more opinion about Rick Rude. Let's look.
So you're implying that I do things on purpose to make people hate me. Well, I think it's very plain to see that I am a rather beautiful person. And it doesn't stop right there. I mean, it's not just pretty face, it's pretty body, it's pretty mind, it's everything's together. And when you have all these qualities, it's just natural for people to dislike you. So to answer your question, it's not me doing things to get these people to dislike me. It's something that was born and bred in each one of them. It's called jealousy.
Rude telling Angel to clean up his boots before he starts the fella's already sounded. And he's over here telling Angel clean the boots, and she doesn't particularly take to the role of being a shoeshine girl right at the moment. Rude, really an overbearing, obnoxious individual. I gotta just tell you that. I don't have to tell you that. You know it.
I really don't like to even think about this women lib stuff, let alone talk about it. But I suppose I can make an exception. As far as I'm concerned, every woman has her place. And if you notice, Angel is sitting here at my feet right now. I'm not saying that they should be treated as pets or anything like that. Not at all. They are humans, and they do deserve a little bit of respect. But as far as equality, bring the woman in the ring, put the gloves on her, and as soon as the first punch is landed, it's plain to see there is no equality. Now, you know, maybe Angel has a little bit to say on this subject. Angel, what do you think about this?
I think you're absolutely right. You're stronger than any woman.
Well, there you have it.
Rude. He is the best-looking man in professional wrestling. You know, starting today, we're going to start calling him the Clark Gable of professional wrestling. Rick Rude, and don't forget about the lovely, vivacious Angel. But this is the superstar of the future, baby. Look at the body. Can you even get this body on the screen? Now, I'm going to take this man to the ring and show you exactly what we're fixing to do, baby.
Jimmy, I know I have all the confidence in the world that you will do something.
Come on, man. We're going to stir things up a little bit.
There's no...
I can only think of one thing that a woman could probably do better than a man, and that's because it has to be that way, and that's bearing children. Otherwise, you've just got to be kidding me.
Say about the whole thing. He just, as usual, whatever you want Hart to be, that's what he's going to be. He's got somebody that's making him a little money. And Rude backing Angel into the corner, and referee...
What do you mean, woman beater? Listen, when you look like I do, and when you have my physical capabilities, woman beating, it's not only not needed, but it would be an impossibility. Now, take a look at Angel here, one of the most beautiful women you'll ever see. And take a look at myself, one of the most powerful men. No, the most powerful man you'll ever meet. Now, if I were to lay a hand on this gal, if I were to beat this woman, there'd be no plastic surgeon in the world who could change what I've done. And obviously, she hasn't been beaten. She's obviously looking, well, she's looking good enough to be by my side right now, and I'd say that's just about as good as possible.
Rude. Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Hey, now, come on, Dutch this interview out here, Angel.
Wait a minute.
I'm talking with Dutch.
What?
Example of my superiority other than physical? Well, let me think about that.
What about Dutch Mantel?
Shut up. Gotta talk. Well, yeah, how about Dutch Mantel? Now, here's a man who's obviously ugly. And it's obvious that he's used to hanging around with ugly people. Now, I knew that if I were to send Angel out and have a few words with him, that he'd be so mesmerized that he wouldn't know what to do with himself. And it was easy enough for me just to walk right on in and put Dutch Mantel where him and all the ugly people in the world belong, in the trash. What makes me think I can win the Southern heavyweight title when Kamala and Bundy and so many like them have failed? Well, who writes these stupid questions anyway? I can't believe these questions. Let me tell you something. I sit back and I watch on the TV how Jerry the King Lawler stands out there and talks about how fat King Kong Bundy is. And
How fat is King Kong Bundy? You know, I want to tell you how fat he is. King Kong Bundy is so fat I'll never forget the days he was born. March 17th, 18th, and 19th. He was fat. He was a fat baby. Let me tell you about King Kong Bundy. He was so fat when he was a little kid he had the mumps for 3 weeks before anybody realized it. Do you know how fat Bundy is? Hey, he was so fat when he was a kid his parents wouldn't let him go swimming. They were afraid he'd get harpooned. Now that's fat, Lance. Now that's fat. I want to tell you how fat that Bundy is, brother. He couldn't go swimming, but the beach was his favorite place. You know why? People used to pay him to sit in the shade. That's how fat King Kong Bundy is. I want to tell you, he's fat. He gets fan mail from elephants. Let me tell you something, Bundy. I know how to beat you. I knock you down, and you're so fat you rock yourself to sleep trying to get up.
Bundy sticks his head through to pull Lawler's hair, and Lawler christens him with that chair. Hops on 1, 2, 3, and that's it.
how fat and stupid Kamala is. Well, Jerry Lawler, despite all his physical incapabilities, he has a little bit upstairs, see? He knows that he doesn't have any problem with these big, fat, out-of-shape idiots.
Here comes Kamala. Lawler nailed him with Hart's chair. Bounced him on the floor. He hit him twice, right in the head. Count of 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. And that's going to be it.
But take a look at me. I'm a physical specimen. I'm an athlete. I'm a thinking athlete. Jerry Lawler has tried his best to stay as far away from me as he can. And in time, when I get him in the ring, it's going to be obvious to even the stupidest hillbilly out there that I am a supreme athlete and far above any other wrestler in the world today.
Rude going after Mantel. Throws Dutch into the ropes, and now he grabs Evelyn Stevens.
Well, as you know, I've done a lot of wrestling down south here and all over the country for that matter, and each place has its good and bad points. I've done quite a bit of wrestling in the Florida area, and it was hot and muggy. There were a lot of sand fleas, a lot of drawbacks. But then, you know, there were a few good points. You had your beaches, and it was nice to get out once in a while and lounge around on the beach and sign a few autographs and let people take a look. I've wrestled in the Louisiana area. Oh, what a desolate barren wasteland that is, just nothing but swamp. And it was real hard there, you know, nothing to look at, no scenery like I'm used to in Beverly Hills. But then there was New Orleans, and that was a good party town. Whenever I'd wrestle in New Orleans, I'd fly some friends down from Beverly Hills, and we'd get together and party there, and that kind of made up a little bit for it. And now I find myself here in the Mid-South, and, well, to tell you the truth, the only good thing I can say about this is that I'll be able to leave as soon as I win that Southern heavyweight title.